time.
Math time! Today it's multiply by 9. This comes up all the time. And again, when I say by 9, I mean by 9 or 0.9 or 900. It's all the same trick. This trick is easy to understand, easy to apply, and somewhat obvious, you could say. All right, so let's just do an easy one to begin with. Let's do, I don't know, 12 times 9. This is one you guys should know anyway. But the trick is you do 12 times 10, which equals 120. And since you did 10 groups of 12 instead of 9 groups of 12, you need to subtract one group of 12 from 120, and so you're going to get 108. This might seem like more work, but it's actually not. You can do this really quickly, rapidly, in your head, no problem. So 14 times 9, again, you're going to do 14 times 10, which is 140, and then you're going to subtract one group of 14, and that gives you 126. 26 times 9, you do 26 times 10, you subtract one group of 26, and that gives you 234. It's also good practice to subtract numbers in your head. It's something you don't do that often. You can practice it, and you can get very good and accurate at it through practice. Okay, just like in all my videos, I would ignore the zeros to the right and ignore the decimal. We'll figure that out later. So it's really just 45 times 9. And so we're going to do 45 times 10, which is 450. And then we're going to subtract one group of 45, and that's going to give us 405. And then we have to think, do we need to add zeros or a decimal? Well, this is like 90%. 90% of 450? 405 makes sense. It can't be 40.5, and it can't be 4,000. So this does make sense as my answer. Okay, so it's 7.5 times 900. We ignore the decimal, ignore the zeros, worry about it later. 75 times 9. So you do 75 times 10, which is 750, and then you subtract one group of 75, and that gives you 600. And so we have to consider the decimal and the zeros here. So this is 7. 7 times 900 is going to be, a little under 7,000. So we know 600 is way too small. So I know I'm going to add 1 0 here. This answer makes sense. 6,750. 7.8 times 9. We're going to consider just 78 times 9. So just like before, you times 78 by 10, and then you subtract one group of 78. See if you can do this in the head. Pause the video. See if you get 702. And now we consider where the decimal goes. So this is a little less than 8, and 8 times 9 equals 72. So this has to be a little less than 72, so the decimal has to go here, 70.2. 0.09 times 690. So we're going to ignore the decimals and the 0. We have 9 times 69. So we're going to do 10 times 69, which is 690. Then we're going to subtract one group of 69, and that's going to give us 621. And now we have to consider where the decimal goes. This is small. This is 10%, obviously. So 10% of 690 is 69. So if it's a little less than 10%, it's got to be less than 69. So it makes sense that the decimal goes here, 62.1. Okay, next one. I'm going to get rid of the 0 and the decimal, so I have 9 times 38. I do 10 times 38 to get 380. Then I minus one group of 38, and that gives me 342. And now I have to consider the decimal. This is 90. This is close to the number 4. 90 times 4 is 360. So this is right. It's a little less than 4 here, so it has to be less than 360. And again, with practice, you can do this all in your head extremely quickly. That's what you should be practicing once you finish these videos. Okay, last one. So we ignore the decimals and the zeros to the right. So we have 58 times 9. So we write 58 times 10, which is 580. And we minus one group of 58. And that gives us 522. And now we need to consider the decimal. So this is a little over 50% or a half. Half of 900 is 450. So it's got to be bigger than 450, but not too much bigger. So 522 makes sense. It can't be 52, and it can't be 5.2. So this is my answer. Okay, go practice on your own, grab a calculator, and you need to practice at least, I'd say, 20 times before you can be very good at a new skill. All right, that's it.